Right, so I'm gonna get you to submit a short assignment, and the assignment that is going to be submitted through Google Forms. So you're gonna go onto Google Forms on the link that I've posted, and you're gonna submit just some short answers. It's just a fun thing. It's not really going to be anything challenging per se. It might be a little bit tough. You have to be creative, but we're gonna come up with our own types of chemical reactions using real world examples, okay? So when I say real world, doesn't mean that it has to be real, like, historical figures. It can be things from movies or TV shows. I know a lot of students in the past have used examples from, say, like SpongeBob or sports or, celebrities, Harry Potter, blah, 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 stuff like that. Okay. So I'm going to use my examples for types of chemical reactions are going to be these are our 5 types. We've already done the notes on this. So if you haven't got the notes on this yet, you can go back and look at my other videos. I'm going to be giving you Star Wars examples for what these reactions look like. So this is just a little bit of a run through of what a synthesis reaction is. Remember, it is 2 things coming together, A plus B producing AB. So my example for this, using Star Wars examples, is you have got Han Solo on the left here, Princess Leia on the right. They end up falling in love and get together, and even until the most recent movies have come out, they were together. So that is an example of a synthesis reaction. Han plus Princess Leia produces Han Solo and Princess Leia. Okay. So another one, decomposition. This is the reaction where we split a large molecule into smaller molecules or smaller elements, individual elements. So this is 1 reactant and 2 products. So Star Wars example for this would be these 2 are actually twins. They're brother and sister, and they were born, obviously, together and then got separated at birth. So Luke and Leia started off being brother and sister next to one another and then got separated at birth. So the decomposition is Luke and Leia have started off their life together and then ended up separately. So there is a splitting of 2 characters in the Star Wars universe, Luke and Leia together and then separated. That is a decomposition reaction. Single displacement. This is a reaction where one element displaces another element. So A plus BC becomes B plus AC. So we'll go through that. It means to change the place of something. These get a little bit more obscure instead of my Star Wars universe here. On the picture on the left, you've got a character called Jar Jar Binks. Picture on the right, you have got George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, and all of his beloved fans. So think of this as being A, and this is B and C, okay? Or B is the fans, and C is George Lucas. Well, fans didn't like Jar Jar Binks very much, so they ended up, separating their love for George Lucas, not liking George Lucas as much. But he held on to that and had Jar Jar Binks in the next 2 movies afterwards. So you've got Jar Jar Binks replaced the fans. He is now with George Lucas, and the fans are all angry and on their own. All right. Double displacement. This is when the cations, the positively charged ions, separate from the anions and switch places. So notice here, right? A changes places with C. So AB becomes CB, and CD becomes AD. So the compounds change partners. My example for this is earlier on in the movies, you've got Senator Palpatine and Yoda on the council, in the Republic, and then you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker as 2 master and apprentice Jedi, and then they switch places because the one becomes evil, and so does the other, and then this is what Senator Palpatine turns into, and Anakin Skywalker turns into Darth Vader. There's spoilers for you if you haven't watched it yet. And then, obviously, you've got Obi-Wan and Yoda closer than they've ever been before. So there you go. There are my kind of ridiculous Star Wars examples. Now, combustion reaction example, I'll actually exclude that from the Google form because you can't really do an example of that But that is it for my notes. Just a little rundown on what exothermic reactions are, and then endothermic. We'll end there. So submit your own reactions. It can be about anything you want. Like I said, people have used TV shows, or sports is a really good one. Anything that might interest you and make it easier for you to remember what the different types of reactions are. Okay, I look forward to seeing your responses. I'll talk to you later.